Dr. Iraj Ershaghi is the director of the Petroleum Engineering Program at the University of Southern California in Los Angeles. He's an expert in the science and technology of extracting oil from the ground. And as they say, this is not your grandfather's oil business.
I think the most important development in the last 20, 30 years in the U.S. has been the whole concept of using minimal, what we call footprint.
If you had a large oil field, you had to drill from many different spots.
You probably had to take the whole land area and drill well at different locations. And the result of that was very difficult to do anything on the surface. You could not build houses or do farming or anything like that. That was a waste of land.
So this most important development that Dr. Ershaghi is talking about enables you to tap into this vast field from one small platform of land.
The idea was that you have a platform, a very limited space, from which you could drill directional wells that you can reach to different corners of the reservoir without necessarily, taking a lot of area. And we call it actually extended reach drilling.
Extended reach drilling. And we mean extended.
In the past, we could go maybe a couple of thousand feet. Now we can actually, I think the record is close to about maybe 35,000 feet. So what has made it possible, of course, the technology of what's called a geosteering.
Geosteering. Anyone who's played a video game has experience in this.
You're really watching on your monitor as if you're in the control room exactly where the drill bit is, and you can control it at the direction and angle.
But there's more to this new technology. Not only can you steer your drill bit on its journey into the earth, there's MWD, measurement while drilling.
Which means that in the past, you had to drill and you had to run some sensors figuring out where you are, what you've reached. But in MWD, as you're drilling, you're sending signal that tells you where you are, what formations you're encountering. Is there oil there or not? So it's fascinating.
It is fascinating. So now you've found the oil, but you have to get it out of the ground.
The amount of the oil that you can get out of the reservoir has to do with the amount of the natural gas that's dissolved in it. It's almost like a bottle of Pepsi or Coke. So if you shake the bottle, the gas that's dissolved will bring the Coke to the surface. But once you run out of that gas, you could end up with a bottle of Coke or Pepsi where half is still full, And that's why many reservoirs in the world are what we call semi-depleted, where the natural energy is gone. That doesn't mean, we're out of oil. No, there's plenty of oil, but there's no energy to bring it up.
One way is to create suction through some kind of pump. In the past, it's been that familiar dinosaur bobbing head.
With a new installation, they're all using these smaller units. And many of them, they look like the size of a small refrigerator you put on a wellhead.
And many of these installations are designed to blend in with the neighborhood in a structure that looks like any other building on the block, or even a resort island busy recovering oil from abandoned reservoirs, almost unnoticed.
So this is really the amazing thing that has happened in terms of technology. It's got better and better and better. This has really created some fantastic opportunities.